collectors, and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video. And in this video I'm going to be going through my top 5 vintage collection figures that we've had so far in 2024. I figured that now the HasLab Cantina has been backed, it's a success, we've made loads of videos about it. I thought it'd be good to have a bit of a recap on where we are with TVC this year and rank, you know, my top 5 figures of the year so far. It's also July, so we're just about halfway through the year, just a little bit over, so I thought it'd be good to have a recap of where we are. So if you do happen to enjoy the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and before we get on to my top 5, I just want to do a couple of honourable mentions. It's always difficult to pin down your top 5. So there are 3 figures that I wanted to just give a honourable mention to because they didn't make it into my top 5. And the first one is the 501st Clone Trooper. Phase 2 Clone Trooper that came in that 4-pack. I think this is a brilliant figure. It's perfect with the helmet scale and everything, and I absolutely love it. And the only bad thing about this one was that you didn't get enough in the pack, but he is a great figure, but not good enough to get in my top 5 because it is just a repaint really, but it's a very, very good repaint. And for me, this is now the definitive 501st Trooper, and I'm very, very happy with it. Another honourable mention that I don't actually have in hand, but I have reviewed, I had to give it back, and that is the Jedi Master Soul figure. Now, regardless of what you think about the series, I'm not judging it on that. This was purely basing it on the figure itself, and it is a really, really good figure. You'll see for yourselves once you get it in hand. It's a really nice figure. The head sculpt was great, and I just thought it was a really good all-round Jedi figure, so he gets an honourable mention as well. And finally, the last honourable mention is the A New Hope Darth Vader. This one doesn't make it into my top 5, even though it's an amazing Darth Vader, because essentially a lot of it is reuse. It's very, very similar to the other Vaders that we have, and to be honest, Vader won my figure of the year for the Dark Times Vader, and you know, I wanted to give some other figures a bit of the limelight in this video. Alright then, so in 5th place I've gone for Jango Fett. This is the deluxe Jango Fett. Now I remember when I reviewed this figure, there is nothing about this figure in my opinion that is deluxe, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it is a very, very good Jango Fett. In fact, I absolutely love it. I think it looks great on the shelf. You can see him there. Obviously it doesn't come on a card back. I don't have the box anymore to show you, but still it was a really, really good figure. Very, very happy with it. It just should have come with more accessories to make it deluxe, like maybe the different jetpack and things like that, but still a great figure, this one, the Jango Fett, and he's in 5th place. In 4th place I've gone for Count Dooku from Attack of the Clones. Really, really good figure, this one. Brilliant card back, and this was a fan requested figure for many years, and finally we've got him. And I was quite surprised when I did review this. A lot of people said they weren't happy with the head sculpt. They thought it really didn't sort of look like Dooku. I have to disagree. I think it looks like him from all angles. I think it's an absolutely great figure. Really, really happy with Dooku. He's got his soft goods cape. He looks good on that bike that you can get from years back, and you know, just for me, it's a great figure. It's got all the articulation that you're going to need. And for this guy to be in 4th place, there has to be some really, really good figures in the top 3. And this just shows you that even though 2024 does seem like a little bit of a letdown, there's been a lot of reuse, a lot of repaints and things like that, we also have had some amazing figures as well. Not enough, mind you, but you know, we've still got half the year to go to see what comes out. But yeah, Dooku for me is in 4th place. In 3rd place, I've gone for Princess Leia Organa from Star Wars A New Hope. And I absolutely love this figure. It's one of those ones that looks better in hand. Some of the photos of the head sculpt didn't look, you know, 100% great. But once you get it in hand, I'm sure you'll agree, it is a really, really nice figure. A lot of people felt that it should have come with soft goods, and I'm sure they may revisit that in the future. But I think just from a figure that, you know, is going to look great in your displays, whether it's on the Tanty 4 or in the trash compactor scene, something like that. That's how I've been displaying her, and she looks absolutely fantastic. I love the fact that she comes with the 2 blasters. So you've got the Stormtrooper blaster and, you know, the Leia blaster essentially, and you can have her hood on her gown up or down. So really, really nice figure. I love the way they've done the sculpting work and everything. I feel that gown looks much, much better like this, just standing there. But of course, if it was soft goods, then you could probably do a bit more with it, like, you know, sit her in the Falcon and things like that. As I said, I'm sure they'll probably, you know, revisit that. Obviously, the card back is a classic, so that helps. Now, although this figure may be not as technically good as like a Dooku or a Jango, as I said, it has multiple uses in my collection, and for that reason, and it also being Princess Leia, of course, this is in third place for me. In second place, I've gone for Kanan Jarrus from Rebels. Unfortunately, I don't have the card back for this one because I only had one sample of this. I'm still waiting for my carded version to arrive. But this one is an absolutely stunning figure. Really, really good. Love the head sculpt on him. And you can pretty much do everything that you like with this figure. And I just love the Rebels figures overall. I think they look fantastic together. And this one is no exception. He just looks absolutely fantastic. A 10 out of 10 figure for sure. Really, really good. Sculpting work, articulation, everything you're going to need, you get with this figure. Fantastic representation of the character in realistic form. Obviously, he wasn't in Ahsoka, so we never got to see what he would look like as like a real person, like we did the other characters. But, you know, for a realistic interpretation of the cartoon character, I think this one's fantastic. Great figure. And number 2 in my list. And that brings me on to the winner. This, in my opinion, is the best figure that we've had so far in 2024, and it is an absolutely phenomenal figure. It really is. He's a big boy. He's a deluxe figure. Of course, it would have been nice to have him on a card. Again, I don't have the deluxe box to show you because I've only got one of these. I threw the box away. But this Zeb figure, Zeb Orrelios, Zeb as he's known, is absolutely fantastic. Look at the head sculpt on there. You can do so much with this guy. If you want to see a really, really good review of this, if you haven't watched my video, head over to bantherskull.com because they did a fantastic written review with some really great images of how you compose this guy, basically. And you can pretty much do everything that you want with this figure. It's just a fantastic figure. I love the bright colours. And in terms of representing the on-screen character, I don't think you can really get much better than that. You can't really ask for more. He came with 2 accessories. You've got the blaster, and then you've got the one that's extended into the staff, which also fits onto his back. And yeah, Zeb Orrelios wins it for me for figure of the year so far. Let's see if he holds up for the rest of the year. We've got some other good figures to come out and we get in our collections, but I think that this guy will be hard to beat personally. Alright then, so there is a group shot of my top 5 figures for 2024 that I have currently in hand so far this year. All of the reviews are on the channel if you want to take a deeper dive into them. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about which are your favourite figures of the year. I'll be interested to know, as always, in the comments, so please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members. Your support means a great deal to me, as always, so thank you so much for the extra support. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we shall see you on the next one.